General Hospital will reveal that, under the shadow of secrets, Sasha must face a difficult reality when she discovers she is pregnant after a spontaneous night with Michael. It's not something she expected, and it's certainly the last thing she wanted at this point in her life. Her life had already been unstable due to past losses, and now it has become even more uncertain. When 2 lines appear on the pregnancy test, her heart seems to stop. A flood of thoughts rushes through her mind. If Michael finds out, how will he react? Will he accept the child, or will it just complicate things even further? But more than anything, Sasha understands that the greatest concern is not Michael's reaction, but the consequences from the 2 powerful families in Port Charles, Quartermain and Corinthos. But the price of keeping this secret is too high. Being pregnant and raising a child alone has never been easy, especially without anyone to share or help. Sasha must face constant morning sickness, prolonged exhaustion, and the mental pressure of constantly avoiding the curious eyes of those around her. She's gotten used to pretending that nothing is happening, but with each passing day, the weight on her heart grows. She lives in constant fear that one small mistake could make everything fall apart. Her belly grows larger, and regular health checkups become a nightmare. Every time she visits a clinic, Sasha carefully chooses unfamiliar places, avoiding large hospitals that could be linked to the Quartermain or Corinthos families. But no matter how careful she is, fate always seems to find a way to play with her. The fateful day arrives when the doctor looks at her with a contemplative gaze and sighs. "We need to run some additional tests," they say. The feeling of anxiety rises within her like a violent wave. Then, the final result leaves her in shock. The child shows signs of congenital heart disease. Everything seems to collapse right before Sasha's eyes. She knows well that heart disease is part of the Quartermain family's genetic history, from AJ to Michael, and even Wiley. And now, her unborn child also has this condition. This means the secret she has been trying to hide for so long is at risk of being exposed. No one would believe this is just a coincidence. If the Quartermain or Corinthos families find out, they will certainly trace the truth to the end. And at that point, her life, as well as her child's future, will no longer be within her control. But it doesn't stop there. While Sasha is struggling with her own fears, another tragedy occurs. Michael has an accident. A massive explosion happens at Sunny's apartment, and Michael is accidentally caught in it. The whole town is shaken by the news, and Sasha can do nothing but worry from afar. She wants to go to the hospital, to know if Michael is okay, but she can't take the risk. If she shows up now, all eyes will be on her, and her secret will quickly be exposed. At the same time, Michael and Willow's marriage is falling into crisis. They've already faced many problems, and the explosion only makes everything more tense. Rumors of a divorce spread throughout the town, making Sasha even more anxious. If Willow finds out the truth, that Sasha has betrayed their friendship and is pregnant with Michael's child, everything will become incredibly complicated. Sasha and Willow used to be close friends, sharing moments of joy and sorrow, helping each other through past pains. But now, Sasha's secret could destroy their relationship completely. Willow is not only Michael's wife, she's also a mother, a woman who's lost a child and faced death. If she finds out that Sasha is carrying the child of the husband she once trusted, can she forgive her? Will their friendship survive? And more importantly, who will Michael choose when the truth is revealed, the woman he once loved, or the child he never knew existed? Every day, Sasha feels as if she is standing on the edge. One wrong step could pull her into an inescapable spiral. She must protect her unborn child, but she also needs to find a way to face all the bad things that await her ahead. But can she keep this secret for much longer, when fate seems to have placed her at the center of the storm that is about to hit? The Quartermain family is known for controlling their descendants like pawns in a political game, and if they learn about the child's existence, they will stop at nothing to take it. The Corinthos family is no better, as children born into this family are always caught in a whirlwind of plots, hatred, and danger. Sasha doesn't want her child to grow up under the pressure of these two families. She cannot let it become part of their endless power struggles and family wars. Fear seeps into every thought, preventing her from sleeping peacefully. She knows she must make a decision, and the only choice is to keep this secret to herself. But can she do it alone? Being pregnant and raising a child by herself is already a huge challenge, not to mention hiding it in a town where rumors can spread like wildfire. Sasha cannot afford to take the risk. She needs someone trustworthy, someone who can protect her, help her keep this secret, and keep her away from danger. The only person who comes to her mind is Jason. Jason is the only one she can fully trust, someone who won't ask questions or judge. He doesn't belong to the powerful and scheming world of the Quartermain family, even though that blood runs through his veins. He also doesn't completely side with the Corinthos family, despite his loyalty to Sunny. But most importantly, Jason always prioritizes the safety of those he cares about. If anyone can help her keep this secret, it's him. One late evening, Sasha arranges to meet Jason in a quiet corner of town, where she knows no one will overhear their conversation. She doesn't say much, simply looking at him with eyes full of panic and confusion. But Jason doesn't need to hear her say everything to understand the problem. As if he can read her thoughts, he silently nods. Without hesitation, without a word of reproach, he agrees to help her keep the secret. The first signs of the child's irregular heartbeat appear just a few days after birth, causing Sasha to fall into a state of total panic. The baby is weak, but tonight, its breathing becomes rapid, and the cries come in intervals, with an irregular heartbeat that seems to struggle to keep the child alive. Fear overwhelms her like a crashing wave, but her maternal instinct kicks in, forcing her to act immediately. She wraps the child in a thick blanket, holds it tightly in her arms, and rushes out into the cold night. Her car is already parked outside, and her trembling hands insert the key into the ignition. She knows she must take the baby to the hospital, but which hospital is safe? General Hospital is the nearest option, but it's also the most dangerous. A single familiar face, a nurse passing by, could expose her secret. The Quartermain and Corinthos families always have people watching their relatives, and if someone recognizes the baby, she will lose all control. In desperation, Sasha drives out of town to a private clinic on the outskirts, hoping no one will ask questions. When she arrives, she quickly enters, trying to hide the panic on her face. The medical staff recognizes the urgency of the situation and immediately takes the baby for examination. She stands quietly in the corner of the room, watching the heartbeat monitor flashing continuously, with each number on the screen slicing through her mind like a blade. After a thorough checkup, the doctor quietly writes notes, their face becoming more serious. The first question they ask nearly takes her breath away: family history of heart disease. She knew this question would come, but she wasn't prepared to face it. She is acutely aware that this is a genetic trait of the Quartermain family, and with just one confirmation, the secret she has tried so hard to conceal could be exposed at any moment. She knows she can't tell the truth, but a lie could raise suspicion. The moments of waiting feel endless as the doctor continues to examine the baby. The test results confirm that the baby has congenital arrhythmia, a condition that has appeared in AJ, Michael, and Wiley. This truth hangs over her like a sword, as no one would believe this is just a coincidence. If the Quartermain or Corinthos families find out, they will trace the child's origin, and everything will crumble. Sasha can't let that happen. Without waiting another second, she signs the discharge papers, disregarding the warnings about the risk of complications. She carries the baby out of the clinic and quickly heads toward the car, as if fleeing from an invisible trap. She knows she can't return to Port Charles right away. She needs another place, somewhere no one can find them. The days that follow become an endless journey. She constantly moves from one clinic to another, trying to find treatment for the baby without revealing their true identities. But everywhere she goes, the questions about heart disease history follow her like a shadow, making her more and more anxious. Her efforts to hide the truth begin to feel futile as exhaustion starts to take its toll on her. With no other options, Sasha has to turn to Jason. He's the only one who can help her escape this endless cycle. Jason doesn't ask many questions, doesn't demand explanations. He simply acts. He finds a trusted doctor, someone willing to treat the baby without asking too many questions. He arranges for her to have regular checkups at a private medical facility, away from prying eyes. He even sets up a secret communication channel to ensure the baby receives the best care without revealing their true identities. Even with Jason's help, Sasha still feels the pressure mounting. She knows that no secret can be kept forever. Her child's heart condition cannot stay hidden for long, and sooner or later, someone will realize the truth. Port Charles is not a place where secrets can stay buried. Suspicion is growing, and she knows that one small slip-up will expose everything. As each day passes, the anxiety grows within her. The shadow of the truth draws closer than ever before, and she doesn't know how long she can keep her child safe. Even though Sasha has tried to keep her secret at all costs, the truth cannot stay buried forever. Every time she takes the baby for a checkup, she carefully chooses unfamiliar clinics, avoiding General Hospital or any medical facilities linked to the Quartermain or Corinthos families. She always provides simple answers when doctors ask about medical history, avoiding any questions about family. However, no one can hide a secret this big, especially when the child bears an undeniable mark. During a routine checkup, when the doctor conducts a thorough examination, they discover an unusual detail, a distinctive birthmark on the baby's left chest. This is not just a random mark, but a genetic trait that has appeared through multiple generations of the Quartermain family. Alan, AJ, and even Jason had similar marks. To an experienced doctor, this discovery cannot be overlooked. They begin to ask deeper questions about the baby's ancestry, expressing concern about the medical history that Sasha refuses to reveal. Sasha feels the atmosphere changing around her. The curious looks from the doctor and nurses become sharper, and the questions start coming more urgently. With every second that passes, she can feel her secret being threatened. Suspicion spreads faster than she anticipated. A doctor quietly confers with a colleague, and the news about a baby with the Quartermain family's genetic trait begins to leak. She hears whispers as she exits the clinic, feeling the covert glances from those around her. Everything is slipping out of control. It doesn't take long for the news to reach the Quartermain family. One of the doctors, who has ties to Monica, casually mentions a case involving a baby with a birthmark like Alan's and AJ's. This immediately catches the attention of the family, especially Ned and Brooke Lynn, who have always been concerned with protecting the family's bloodline. Suspicion arises, and they begin to search for the baby's identity. Not only the Quartermains, but also the Corinthos family cannot stay quiet when this information emerges. Carly, with her strong protective instincts, quickly realizes that Michael might be the father of the child. If the rumors are true, this will affect not only Michael but also his relationship with Willow. Questions about loyalty, betrayal, and the child's future become a public storm in the town. Sasha quickly realizes she has no escape left. Her phone constantly buzzes with messages and calls from acquaintances. Jason warns her that people are asking about the baby, that the rumors have spread too fast to control. She knows she can't keep hiding the truth any longer. All escape routes are now blocked. She must face the reality that the secret she has been protecting is being exposed bit by bit. Fear surges within her. She can continue to run, continue to try and hide the truth, but she knows it's futile. Once both of Port Charles's most powerful families have their eyes on the issue, she can no longer keep the secret. Each day that passes, the pressure becomes heavier. As the scrutinizing gazes of those around her grow, and the questions about the child's origin continue, she understands that her time is up. In the midst of the choices before her, Sasha realizes she cannot change one obvious truth: this child is Michael's. Nothing can change the blood flowing through its veins, and nothing can stop this truth from coming to light. All her efforts over the past period have only been a delay of the inevitable. As the day the truth will be revealed draws closer, Sasha is left with only one question: will she lose her child to the Quartermains or the Corinthos family first?